we may say, to make it easy. And there's two reasons to make it, how do you say, the shortcut, to take the shortcut. First, we don't have much time. You know, if there is a baby and you want to teach it swimming, the best method is to throw it into the water. Just throw it into the water and swim. You cannot explain to the baby everything. Do you not understand? And there's also no need, because when it is in the water, it swims. Now, as Jesus said, we try to be like babies. Or he said, if you are not like children, you cannot enter paradise. You cannot enter the ocean, the sea. You cannot swim in the ocean. When you are like children, you may swim in the ocean. It's possible. So, I think we are like, I hope, or we make, or we assume that we are like babies. Yes? It is better to say tonight, I don't know anything. I don't know. I don't judge that funny guy from Germany, what he is saying or something. That is something. We look, we are swimming, inshallah, we are diving. Yes, what it is, we will look, we will experience, inshallah. We have an experience. Including me. I am not a teacher, not a lecturer. No, I am, still I am, mashallah. I am this, I am that. I am nothing. If I could be nothing, it would be good, but I am still something. My ego is there. I am called, if you want to know my name, Hassan the Terrible. You laugh, but it's true. Excuse me, I have to drink this cup of coffee because it's getting cold. If we drink the coffee, our hearts are beating more quick. And the Sufis, they have a method which we are today striving, that is called Zikrullah. You heard maybe Zikrullah, or you heard maybe mantra, singing mantras, singing holy words, singing holy sentences, holy formulas, holy syllables. And this gives you light, gives you honor, gives you love, gives you many, many things. Many, many things. At least 100, but more. And it is healing. It is a healing on every level. And the zikr of, there's different zikrs, different methods of that repeating, that chanting. You can make it silently, loud, not so loud, alone with people. Yes, now today we are together. Make it together, inshallah. And there is one method within these zikrullah, it's called zikrullah, and that is the zikr of the heart. The heart. Yes, when the heart says the zikr. The Sufis, the advanced Sufis, the masters, let's say, or the advanced people and the masters, they, for instance, they say Allah, 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 Allah. They have their counting rosary, and they say 10,000 times, 20,000 times, 50,000, 100,000, 120,000. Yes, a lot of, they say Allah, many years they do this, until when they stop to do it, it's going on from itself. No need for the mind and the mouth and then to do it, just the heart alone it's doing, continuing, because it's become one with the word, one with the God, unity with God. It's just living, it's a living thing. Yes, that is the aim, yes, and some of the elected ones, the masters, they have that secret. And they are saying, yes, not the masters, they don't say they don't care about it, but we say we have an account in the hereafter. Yes, our good deeds, they are accounted, so many blessings. Yes, if you do something good, yes, I have 10 blessings, 100 blessings, 1,000 blessings for different deeds. And zikr also, zikr, if you make zikr, Allah, so many honors. There's a counter, he's constantly counting. He's sitting here on your right shoulder, counting. That one, if you make a bad deed, he's putting down. You know, what shall we do? Yes. Then, so, since we say that the heart is also beating Allah, yes, if you are alone, you may notice, if you listen to yourself, you may follow your heartbeat, and you may say, you can see or listen that it's a kind of yes, it's saying Allah. So that is counting my heartbeat. If I drink coffee, it's more. Very good. If you drink the coffee, the Dutch coffee, very good for that. Yes. And we are saying, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. We are taking care, taking refuge from negativity, yes, from our negative habits, let's say, habits and negative whatever. Some say Satan, devil, shaitan, or this or that. It's a negativity which we are used to it, and we are calling it, because we are used to it. It's a habit. We are taking refuge. You're saying, A'udhu billahi, and the Sufis, they are saying, we are taking refuge with God from that devilish things. That means you go to the light, yes, you leave the dark, you go to the light. And you take refuge there from the negativity. Yeah, that is important. Yes. You can say it in so different languages, or very sweet. And put doesn't matter. It's sweet. And then we say Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, yes, in the name of God, the Almighty, All-Merciful, the Beloved One, to which we are heading to, inshallah. We are heading towards the love, towards the light. Yes. And as Hafiz said, you know Hafiz, he's a very famous poet and Sufi saint from the 8th, from maybe before, same time like Rumi, maybe 800 years before. He said a very short poem, very nice. I don't know it exactly, but it's like that. You must know know for sure that in the eyes of the beloved, every deed of you, every word of you, every movement of you is always, always beautiful. Yes. This is good news. Good news. And we have to remember good news. We listen to many bad news. We have to remember the good news. Don't listen to the news these days. But remember that you are looking for the beloved one, and the beloved one is looking for you. Yes? And we start with a little piece from the Holy Quran, inshallah. That is a tradition. Yes, it is sweet. It's sweet. Love is sweet. Light is sweet. He is sweet. Very sweet. Yes. MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم. هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر. سبحان الله عما يشركون. هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم. إلى حضرة نبي والأرواح جميعا لله وأولياء خاصة أهل الرجاء خصوصا من شاول أشقر الويسي البخاري وإلى سلطان الأولياء وإلى شيخ عبد الله فايز الأغسطاني وإلى حياتنا وإلى شيخ محمد ناظم الهباني الرباني والسليكيون الفاتحة. We say a few words, inshallah, for the we can say Sufism is a word in the West, and the original language is tasawwuf. Yes, it's another word which says more about it, but mainly it's concerning the human being and his way on this earth, from his birth to his death, and what is the aim and what is the reason that he is living on this planet, and what is his destiny. Yes, that is, and this subject is of course endless. It is endless subject. You can talk and talk, or read and whatever you do, no end. Because God has no end. And our master, we have a master, and the master is always the crucial point. He's the one who is keeping Sufism alive. If there is no master, a living master, in body, physical living master, then the Sufi order is maybe still there, has some blessing, but it is not living anymore, it has not the power. Because the master, a real master, he is an inheritor of the prophets. And he has the power and the secret to educate us, to guide us, to guide us, to show us the way, to show us, to give us advice what we should do, what is good for us, and to give advice what we should avoid when we take damage. Yes, and he has many possibilities to teach. It's not only speaking or something. No, he has more secrets to put us in a situation where we learn something. It's a learning. Yes, it's about the learning. We are normally not learning. We don't know how to learn. And the first thing what we have to do is to learn how to learn. Yes, usually we say learning is something, but it is only accumulating thinkings, accumulating methods, accumulating some knowledge from somewhere, and then we say we learn something. No, this is not learning. Learning is, as we said at the beginning, to be a baby, to have an experience which is like the first time in your life. Like when you fall in love the first time, everyone may remember the first time when you fell in love, what happened to him? That was learning, good learning. Yes, that is a good example. That is our best example actually. Yes, how to approach to God. Yes, it is a very romantic and very sweet and very. Huh? Facebook? Facebook something. Tasteful. Facebook. Not Facebook. No. very tasteful, very sweet, and that is why they have very famous stories about love. It's like Layla and Majnun, maybe you know that. There is in Sufism a very famous story, a love story, the love story, Layla and Majnun. Yeah, the very famous love. There is Layla, she is a lady, she is standing for the lady, for the woman, archetype for the woman. Layla. Layla means, if you translate Layla, the name Layla means beautiful night. Beautiful night. Yes? The ladies, they are beautiful. They carry the attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the beauty. Because we are saying, Allahu jameel wa yuhibbu jamal. Allah is beautiful and He loves the beauty. Prophet Muhammad said that, as he transmitted that. And this is very important because our souls, they are created like that. They are naturally, it's in their nature of the soul that they love beauty. Of course, we are drops from the ocean of Allah. We love the beauty. And there was one famous, is that door must be open or is it by purpose or maybe there's a reason for the jinns to come in. And then there was one famous saint, and his name also maybe many of you they know him, very famous saint, Muhyiddin ibn Arabi. And was born in Andalusia, and then he left from there and went all North Africa and the Middle East, and he's buried in Damascus. Also the same time like Jalaluddin Rumi. Rumi, every one of you, that name is, you know, no? That name you heard, Rumi, Jalaluddin Rumi, all very famous. They are one, you know, that king size saints, let's say. That one, he said that the beauty of Allah, the beauty of Allah Almighty, the beauty of God, shows in the most perfect way, most possible perfect way in the whole creation in the woman, in the lady. Yes? That's his attribute, the godly, the secret, the divinely attribute, beauty shows most perfectly. You cannot find any creature in which you can see the beauty, God's beauty so clear and so perfect like in the lady. Yes, that is good news for the ladies. Congratulations. And the gentlemen, okay, doesn't matter. Yes, I call you gentlemen, but you know what you are. Yes. Yes, because you have to pay respect to that fact. Yeah? You have to pay respect. That is the reason why the Prophet Muhammad, he said, the wise man is ruled by his wife. Yes? He is ruled by his wife. And the rough, tough man, the wild man, he's not working on his character yet, he's not refined. He rules his wife. By what? By force. That is the difference. And he said, the most advanced among you in spiritual advancement, he said to his companions, the most advanced from all of you is that person who is most kind, most gentle to his wife. That is authentic, scientifically proved sayings from the Prophet. That is the perfume of Islam, the perfume of Sufism, the perfume of spirituality. And Majnun, he was looking for Layla. he was falling in love and Laila. He was a student. He was, yes, like, anyone student here? Electricity? No. You, like him. His mind, okay, studying, mashallah. Then he saw Laila and he fell in love. And Laila saw him and she fell in love. And then the family said, no, no, you are Pakistani?
Bengali.
Bengali. No, I am Bengali. And Laila was Turkish. No way. No, it was not like that. It was Arab, but they were even more crazy that time. They had different tribes, and Majnun was not in the side of that tribe. He was not didn't have that state to that level to marry. They didn't want it. They prevented it. But he couldn't help it. He just fell in love. He didn't give up, and so he got crazy. He got crazy. Majnun, translated, means crazy. The crazy one. His name is the crazy one. Majnun. He got crazy. He stopped studying. Don't do this. Fall in love when you finish the studies. Yes. He's finished the studying, and he went in the wilderness, and he got also wild. He couldn't. He had his hair like this, everything, clothes, not washing anymore, saying crazy things. And Laila, and their heart was bleeding, and Laila was also looking for him, but there was no way. And he was in love. Then one day, coming some friends, student friends from him, they said, "Hey, Majnun, we arranged a meeting with Laila." "Yes, this and that." And she said, "Go away, I have no time. Laila, 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 Laila. Hey, Majnun, we arranged a date for you. Don't disturb me, Laila, Laila, Laila." He could only say Laila, think Laila. He had no time to watch that there was a date for him with Laila. He was in love with Laila, and the name was enough. And where she walked, he smelled the earth, and where she was smelling the rose, he smelled also that she was smelling the rose. He was crazy. One word, crazy, Majnun. Yes, and they never came together. And only until death, after death. Yes, she died. She was marrying, but she was forced to marry, but she never consumed the marriage with that man. And finally she died. When he heard that she died, she was looking for her grave, for her tomb, and then he fell down and died also. This story is yes, it's a long story. We make it short here, but it's a long story, very interesting. If you can read. And it is showing us many secrets, and it is a symbolic and illustrating the way of the human being to his ultimate beloved one, to God. Yes, how that describes the love of the Sufi, the love of the seeker of the past, seeker of truth, seeker of the beloved is the best word. Can seek a truth, this, that, but the beloved one is the best word. Because it's about love. Yes, the people, they forget this, mostly. They forget it. Yeah, that's about love. Yes. And the aim of the Sufi is to find that. And he knows more or less, or he will be shown by the master, if he's not known, that he is not ready for that love. Because he loves himself. He loves himself. He doesn't love Laila, he loves himself. He loves his ego. He is egoistic, egocentric. He is I-related. I. And that is the reason he cannot love. He's not finding that love. But he has to be lost in that love. He has to die. He has to die. Majnun died. When he died, he found her. And the Prophet said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, die before you die. Meaning that. And the Sufi path is the way of the disciple, of that seeker, let's say, and if he finds his master, we have thousands of stories about that, you can read in the Sufi literature, where the seeker is finally dying. Yeah? He dies in the heart of his master. That is the professional expression, terminology, you say? Oh, mashallah, we are getting terminology of this is fana. Fana. Fana be sheikh. Fana means annihilation. Annihilation. He is dissolving. His I is dissolving. There's no I anymore. It's dissolving. His wishes, his own wishes, ideas, illusions, this illusionary existence went away. He died. He's like a dead body. The Prophet said one day, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Muhammad, he said to his companions, "Do you want to see a dead man walking?" That's a good movie, no? You know the story? Oh, very good. Dead man walking. Even the Prophet said it. Do you want to see a dead man walking? Dead man or dead man walking? And they said, "Who is that?" "Oh, our Prophet." He said, "Look to Abu Bakr." Abu Bakr, his best, let's say, his nearest companion, the nearest companion who was inheriting his secret, the highest secret, that person, Abu Bakr Siddiq, he's called Abu Bakr Siddiq. Siddiq means the one who is confirming the truth. He said, that one is already dead. I said, "Oh, why?" Because he has no wish for himself. Nothing. Nothing. No wish. No wish for himself. He loves the Prophet so much that he gives everything for him. Everything for God, everything for the Prophet, everything for the brothers and sisters, he gives. There was a situation when the Prophet asked his companions, "Bring something from your household because we are in need for the community." And then Abu Bakr, he just took everything, not leaving anything for his wife and children also, everything he put, and he was rich, and said, "Finish." And the Prophet said, what are you doing? Did you not leave anything for your wife and for your children? Leave something, you know. Extremes. No, he said, "No, you are enough for my family." He said, "You are enough, and God is enough. I give everything." He had only one dress. Then after that, and when that was washed, he had nothing. And there was one day, it was a Friday, by mistake, the wife washed that dress on Friday, and Friday he has to go out for the Jummah prayer, for the ritual prayer and Friday prayer. She washed it, it was wet. He said, what shall I do now? The wife, very clever, women are much more clever than you, forget it. She said, "Get some leaves from our fig tree here, the fig tree. Leaves. She's sewing and putting together, sewing everything. Immediately, yes, she has a dress from fig leaves. Look very mashallah. So Abu Bakr, he went with that leaf dress to the prayer. The Prophet was smiling when he came into the mosque. He was so smiling, he was so happy. And when he smiled, he looked like the moon, they said, like the full moon by night, and the day was so beautiful. And he smiled, he was so happy. And then Abu Bakr said, "Why? Are you laughing at me?" He said, No, I got good news. Just Jibreel alayhi salam, the archangel Jibreel, he came to me. He said something to me, and you guess with which dress he came to me. Same dress like your dress. Yes. Because as he said, he gave me the news that all the angels at that moment, the Jummah time, They had all these same dress like you, making a feast because Allah is so happy that you did that and that you have that dress. And he was so happy with the news. And Abu Bakr got in ecstasy. He started to turn. And that was the first turner before Jalaluddin Rumi. That was the first one who turned. The dancing dervishes, they are coming from Abu Bakr, not from Rumi. No, no, from that one. Yes. Rumi picked it up 400 years later. Yes, he picked it up and it came newly to the Sufi Beverly Berlin dervishes order. But that was the first. He was so happy. When he turned, that it was like a screw in the heart. Into the heart, you know? Yes. It was like this. Yes. Why we said that? I don't know. Maybe you know. Because of the love. Yes, and that is the way. And there are some aspects. And with that, they are occupied. And this, let's say, the frame of this teaching comes, the origin comes from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon them. What we have now, the origin is before, of course, from Adam, from the first man and first prophet, and then all the prophets, all of them, Moses, Abraham, Jesus, Isaac, Jacob, Ismail, all of them, all these prophets, 124,000 prophets, yes, finishing in the end with Sayyidina Muhammad, all of them, they had the same teaching. But the Prophet Muhammad, he initiated his secrets in many people. He initiated actually 41 different, you say, in the tariqats, Sufi orders. 40 different lines of masters, yeah, reaching, most of them they're finished, a few reaching in this time. Because when they don't have the follower, then it's finished. But the blessings are still there. There are many people, they practice something, there's blessings, but they lost the power of teaching. As we said in the beginning, you need a living master. And you have thousands of masters and thousands of material of their life stories. You can read what they lived, how they lived, what they did in the different levels of spirituality. Thousands. You cannot, if you start now to read, you will not finish. Before you die, you cannot finish. It's impossible. So rich is that material. It's very clear, very, very obvious. And as I said, it was for all the saints and all the prophets the same, only different names, different methods. And we are practicing now in our zikr, when we make a practice now together, we are starting with a sentence which the Prophet Muhammad, he said, I am saying a sentence which every prophet before me also said the same sentence. And it is a sentence, it's the best sentence a human being he can say. They said, what is that sentence? And he said, it's La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. And no God but God. There is no God but God. There is no sagt man Gottheit? No, da gibt es kein Wort. God, no God, but Allah. Allah is a name of God, is a name. Allah is a name, one of the names of God, Allah. Yeah? Meaning, there is nothing but God. There is only one God. And this no, la, means no in Arabic. La ilaha, no God. Illa means except, Allah, yeah? La ilaha illa Allah. No God but God. No God there in that realm. Everything what is not God, yeah, should, yeah, you are throwing out of your heart. That is the exercise what the Sufis did many, many years, maybe the whole life. La ilaha means no ego, your illusions, your bad qualities, habits, everything what is not concerning the beloved one, yes, because it's preventing. The only thing which is preventing to be in union with your love, with your beloved one, in union is only your ego. There is nothing else. There is a crucial teaching of the human being. Why he is thrown out of paradise. Why? They are saying Adam made a mistake. He was eating that apple. Shaitan came to Adam and said, eat, no problem. And he said, okay, it looks very good. Eve said, also, okay, let's eat. They eat, and Allah says, you didn't obey my orders, out. What is the meaning? This apple is constantly in front of us. Now, not that time, Adam. Now, you are in a situation now. When you are thinking, you are not in paradise. When you are thinking, you are separating. Your consciousness is not in paradise. We are speaking about the conscious which is in paradise, which is in peace. But when you are thinking, you are separating yourself. You are in your movie, in your Hollywood movie, Bollywood movie. In this movie, you jump from that movie to that movie, from Denmark to Tatort, no, Tatort is Germany. What do you have? Thrillers, action, comedy, horror very often now. Yes. I don't know the Dutch series, I don't know. Yes, I know the German ones. I follow them. Yes. Yes, we are changing. And we are in the, if we are here, if we are not in the heart, we are out. When we are coming to the heart, we are trying to get in. The peace is in the heart. That is why the saints, old saints, one of the old one, Al-Ghazali, same time like Rumi, that and Arabi, that was a very flourish time. He said that in the human being, the heart is the king. Yeah, the heart is in your system. If you are, let's say you are a state, yes, you're one human being, you are a state. What is your king in your state? Your heart is the king, Sultan. What is your mind? Your mind is a minister. Yeah, he's a minister, wazir, minister. He is helping the king and he is advising the king, and he has another task. He is looking for the servants. He has to control the servants. What are the servants? Our two powers, carnal powers. Yeah, there is a capacity of aggression, which we got from our Lord. It's okay, you can use it, you must use power. In former times, the men, they were hunting, for instance. They eat only from the hunting, so you need some fighting power. And if somebody is coming, making you harm, now people are getting crazy, more and more crazy, you have to defend your family, your wife, yourself, your children. Yeah, you need that. The other power is the desires, yeah, the marriage, sexuality, taste, eating, drinking. Yes, that is, you need also, and you should enjoy. But it's all okay, but they are servants in your state. They should be servants. Today, they are the kings. Generally speaking, human beings, these servants, they are the kings. Heart is forgotten. Nobody speaks about the heart. Heart, what is it? I have a heart attack. And mind is the king. Mind, ratio, since the French Revolution, the ratio is the king. The fantastic ratio of the human being is the greatest. Vernunft. Die Vernunft. Yeah. Vernunft is, you know, what you say in Dutch? Verstand, yeah, Verstand? Yes, you know what I mean. You know, that is the key. Everything must be erklärt. There must be definition. You must explain everything exactly. If you cannot explain, if you cannot prove, if you cannot show, there's nothing. But it's wrong. You are in a trap by that. Your heart is the king, and your heart is no end in your heart. You are such a human being, so honored. So you are so honored, such a precious. If we would know each other, how precious we are, we would be so kind to each other, so polite, so respectful, so lovely to each other. If we would know that, what our heart can be, the whole universe, if you can take it in one, let's say, one atom, particle, in one atom you put the universe, you throw it into your heart, it's vanishing. Your heart is much bigger than the universe, much, much bigger. That is the reason why before the Sheikh accepts your love and your annihilation, this fana, which we mentioned before he accepts that, you have to love the people. If you don't love people, the Sheikh is not accepting your love. You have to love first, you have to vanish into people. Yes. Yes. They are saying in the Sufi order, brothers and sisters, love the brothers and sisters. No. Then if he managed to love the brothers and sisters, then the Sheikh says, no, all of them, all people, not brothers, but all are your brothers and sisters or not? Whole humanity is your brothers and sisters or not? Of course. Everyone, then I accept you. Go back, practice, more, every day, training. Yes, like that. Yes, and that is the cleaning process for that. It's a help, it's like a medicine. This La ilaha illallah is a medicine for you. It's like when you have the rust on your heart, there's a rust. It is, first it's dirty, yes, then you don't do anything with it, and then comes the rust on the mirror of your heart, then you have to polish it. Yes. And polish medicine, how you say the Sidol, in German is Sidol. You have in Holland also Sidol? No. What do you have for the silver when you polish it? Huh? Brosol. Yes, brosol. Yes, the brosol. Yes, brosol. The brosol of the mirror of the heart is the La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. The silver is not with one time you can say La ilaha illallah and then everything the rest is gone. No, yet. Long time. Yeah, long time. Yes, broso. Yes. La ilaha illallah is the broso of the mirror of the heart, you can say. Yes. It helps you. It helps you. And now we want to try a little bit, inshallah. If you can sing with us, it's good. Yes, because it's more strong. Yes, to sing this La ilaha illallah together. Yes, there's a special secret, special blessings on that. Let me make a little introduction. Yeah, so stimmt. Anyone has a question so far? Anyone has a question so far? All right? Okay. Sing, try to sing. If you can sing, sing as you feel good. As you feel relaxed. Easy. Make a little tuning, inshallah, a little music, and then when I start to sing, you can join. going to start with La ilaha illallah. After that, after La ilaha illallah, we will also sing other names. Inshallah, I will explain. Other names we will explain. Inshallah, there is the name Allah. Allah is clear, yes, because they go from the duality to the unity. La ilaha illallah means non-confirmation and confirmation. No, yes. There's still duality, still the fight, the cleaning process. Yeah, there is always, it's a process. It should reach in the unity, and unity is Allah. Just to say Allah, Allah, Allah. There's nothing else. Allah, Allah, Allah. That we will also sing sometime. Then we sing some names of Allah Almighty, and we take from the 99 beautiful names, which maybe you heard about this, also famous. This is only 99 attributes of God, like mercy, the merciful, Rahman, Rahim is also special mercy, Latif, the intelligent, no, the sublime, sublimity, Latif, Wadud, the love given to the important. All these names, these mantras, these holy names, they have a strong effect on your soul. Yes, you see it, even you don't know or you don't understand, or your consciousness is also maybe not there, but your higher soul is listening and get the message. And it's combining, combining? No. Communicating and taking the unification, verbindet sich. Verbinden. Verbinden. Yes? Getting together with that word and also with the meaning. Without knowing. That is the reason why after this singing you are in a different state very often. Can happen. Doesn't matter. We look. You try to sing, and if you want to use it for healing, you can use it. If you have a problem in your relations, for instance, you can use it. You can use the name Wadud. Wadud means the love giver. There is a secret of the love. It's one of the names of God, and you say 300 times Ya Wadud every day, or 100 times, and your relation is better. Yes. Very good recipe. Yes. Cheaper than pills. It's only 10.50. I write it down for you. Yes. Also, if you have your boss in your company, you get always, when you see him in the morning, good morning, but you have difficulties with him, or someone, during the day. If he talks to you and you see him, you say silently, or you see. When he talks to you, and you see him, you just say the same. I cut my beard if he's not changing his position in 5 minutes. What I said. Beim Bart des Propheten. إله